Working on your green thumb, but need a little help and a couple of tips on how to keep those plants alive, then make sure you guys stay tuned to this vlog, hit the subscribe button, and let me teach you how to take your plants from this to this.
Ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
What is up, tribe? I am Shania Shayon, and welcome to today's vlog. Today we will be doing some gardening as well as some planting. So I am in Home Depot because I needed some soil. If you guys want to know what type of soil I use the Miracle Grow Absorption Plus that prevents overwatering and also helps with underwatering. I also got some annuals because I wanted to pop a color on my patio. I love the fall colors, so I came over and grabbed some mums, and you guys will see me plant some of these later. So usually in these vlogs I jump into planting, so I wanted to show you guys what I actually get from the store. But now we are back home and we're just going to jump right into it. So these are the plants that I'm actually going to be putting in soil today. They are a couple of my running plants and stems that I had trimmed off, and it's just time for them to go into some soil. As you can see, these roots, like, look at the roots, y'all. Like, look at those roots, okay? They are healthy, they are ready, they are full grown, and they are ready to go into some soil. I got these cute planters from Dollar General. If you guys haven't, then go watch my last vlog. Actually, the vlog before last, you will see that I grabbed those from Dollar General, and they had a lot of cute planting stuff there. This, again, is the potting mix I get, and it's actually the moisture control. That's what it's called, the moisture control. So I highly suggest this. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to jump into it, and I'm going to show you guys how to get these plants together. Okay, look at them. Look at them. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, guys, we're just going to start our planting. You may need some gardening scissors. I always keep them close by. I also use these to open up my bag of soil. I'm going to put on some gloves just because I hate when the soil gets in my nails, but typically I do not mind gardening without any gloves at all. Here is the planter I'm going to use, and we're just going to jump into it. One of the first things that you need to do is add some of the soil into the pot, of course. Now, the key is don't fill it all the way up when you add this first batch of soil. You still want to have enough room for you to be able to add the plant, cover it, water it, and then also add another coat of soil on top just to make sure that the plant is fully covered. Also, as you can see I did there, make sure that you guys are like putting a little hole into your pot after you add your soil, because you want your roots to get as close to the bottom as possible while still being covered. As you can see, this one has extremely long roots. I probably should have been and potted this, okay? But late is better than never, okay? So we're just going to add it into the pot. As you can see, I tried to get it as close to the bottom as I can, and now I'm just going to add some soil on top. So that's basically the process that you go through. I add a little soil, and then I usually wet it, and then I add some more soil just to get it full to the top. So I'm just going to show you guys that. Okay, guys, as you can see, a proud moment. The first plant is done, and now basically I'm going to do the exact same thing with the second one. So now I'm going to actually use this one because they have been soaking the longest, and they, again, have really long roots. So it's time for them babies to come out. So, like, look at those roots, y'all. But that's also why I tell you guys to, when you clip your plants and your trimmings, do not throw them away. Just soak them. If you have stems, if you have roots, just soak them in water. You never know. A lot of them sprout and they end up making plants that look just like this, okay? I'm also filming short form, so I went ahead and planted this one, but exactly what I said. Both of these came off of stems of longer ones that I trimmed down. So I'm also going to fill up this pot. This was a pot that I had left over from a flower arrangement, and I was like, oh baby, I'm about to plant in that, okay? So again, just getting my gloves, I'm gonna fill it up halfway, probably a little bit more than halfway, and then you will see I will go in and kind of dig a little hole in there just so I have room to put the roots in, so I can get the roots as close to the bottom as possible. Right there, you see me kind of dig in a little bit just to make a little hole inside the middle, because after I add that plant, I want to have enough space to make sure I have enough soil to cover it, wet it, and as well as cover it a little bit more. And look at that, y'all. Like, these roots are like feet long, because I'm just saying, I be taking care of my plants, and you can too. I have so many people that say I cannot grow stuff. Yes, you can. A lot of these plants really do their own thing. There's really no upkeep. Put them in some sun, put them in a windowsill or something like that. Make sure you keep them watered without overwatering. That's really why I like this Miracle Grow moisture control soil, because it prevents overwatering, but it also stores enough moisture that if you go a little long time and you forget to water your plants, it'll still keep them moisturized. Okay, guys, so now that we have all of our plants put in the soil, I'm going to go through and water them. Now, the key to this is don't just dump all your water on top of the plant. I usually add a little bit of water. I let it soak and seep into the soil. Then I add a little bit more, and I add a little bit more. I do it in layers because you got to remember that this is fresh soil. So, you have to give it time for it to, seep down and really form a bond against the root of the plant. Also, don't forget, it's okay to put water on top of the plant. A lot of the times we get so wrapped up in watering the soil that we forget to throw a little water on the petals. So as you can see, that's that beautiful plant that I got from Home Depot. So I'm actually about to plant that as well. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, so now we are going to use this planter. This is actually my favorite planter. It actually belonged to my grandmother, so she used to plant in this all the time, and now it belongs to me. So I always try to plant something in here, and I was going to plant those flowers in here, but I actually want something that'll live for a very long time. So I'm actually going to add some of these plants, stems that I have that have been sitting and that already have a lot of roots on them as well. So right now I'm just going through again, adding my soil to the pot, and this one has actually a couple of stems. It's not one, it's actually two growing together, and I didn't realize that. So I'm actually going to put both of these in this pot together. These are running plants, so they will have a long, they'll be long, so they'll be able to wrap around, and I think I'll be able to do something really nice and run them up the wall or something. But there is plenty of room for both of these to grow together, and I always say I love planting two plants together if you can. I don't know, it's something about them. I think that they grow stronger. It just depends on the plant too. You got to make sure that it's beside something where it won't kill the other plant's roots. But for the most part, I plant a lot of my plants to a container, and they have done absolutely well. And I think that they grow better with a partner than they do by themselves. So one of the things I also do is save all the soil and dirt from my old plants. I have a compost soil right here. So this is just all the soil from my old plants. As you can see, I have some eggshells in there. That is a key. If you guys want to treat your soil or take some old soil and just add some nutrients, all you got to do is save your eggshells, baby, crush them up and add them to your soil. They are like food for your plants. So as you can see, that's my topsoil, and all of my topsoil was just old soil. So here go the plants, y'all. They look amazing. I am so excited to put them out. Now, one thing I am going to do after I plant them and I water them, I let them sit outside in some natural sunlight for a little bit before I carry them right into the house. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you guys want more vlogs like this, then make sure you guys drop that in the comments. Drop some plants in the comments, and I will make more vlogs like this. I will see you guys in the next one.